Welcome back to another episode of DAS, Death After Sports, with your boy, Sean Mack. Hate to be here on this note, but we had some tragic news out of college football. Actually, this young man was actually going to the NFL. We have Kyren Lacy, who played for the LSU Tigers, my hometown LSU Tigers. He was a wide receiver. He was a beast, and he was going to be a superstar in the NFL, if you ask me. But a few days ago, tragedy struck, and he was running from the cops. No way to sugarcoat it. He was running from the cops from something he did. Someone made a phone call about something he did. He was running from the cops, and he got into an accident. And when the cops went to help him out or take him out for running from them, they found out he had offed himself. He was no longer with us by his own hands. What a tragic story. This is a tale of when you're almost at the top of the mountain. Don't look back. Don't make a mistake, because you might trip and fall. That's horrible. So remember, if you like today's content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video. So let's go. This article is from CBS News. Former LSU receiver Kyren Lacy, 24 years old, passed away in a apparent unaliving of himself in his car while being pursued by authorities in Houston, according to a report released Sunday by Harrison County Sheriff's Office in Texas. Lacy was already facing criminal charges stemming from a fatal car accident in Louisiana last December that clouded his NFL prospects. The sheriff's office said it was first called out to a weapons disturbance by a relative, saying Lacy had been involved in a verbal argument with her and that he had discharged his firearm into the ground. Responding officers learned that he had fled the scene in a vehicle, and about 20 minutes later, a constable's office unit spotted Lacy and attempted to make a traffic stop on his vehicle. Lacy then fled, and a vehicle pursuit took place, spanning several miles, ending when his vehicle crashed. The constables, upon attempting to take Lacy into custody and removing him from the vehicle, discovered he suffered what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound, the sheriff's office said in its report, adding that Lacy was pronounced dead at the scene. Quote, "We're saddened to learn of the tragic passing of a former LSU football student athlete, Kyren Lacy," end quote. LSU said in a statement, quote, "Our thoughts and prayers are with the family and loved ones at this time, as well as his former teammates and coaches impacted by his passing," end quote. Lacy, who led the LSU Tigers in receiving touchdowns with 9 last season, had declared for this month's NFL draft, but his draft stock had plummeted after his alleged involvement in an accident that killed a 78-year-old man in Louisiana. Lacy, who was from Tabajo, Louisiana, allegedly was driving recklessly, speeding and passing in a no-passing zone when a motorist who was swerving to avoid Lacy's Dodge Charger crashed head-on into another vehicle. Herman Hall, rest in peace brother, of Tabajo, who was involved in the head-on crash, died after being transported to a hospital, a state police reporter said. Authorities with the State Police Troop C in Gray, Louisiana, said Lacy fled the scene of the accident without calling for help. Lacy was booked with negligent homicide, felony hit and run, and reckless operation of a vehicle. CBS affiliate WAFB-TV in Baton Rouge reported that Harris County Precinct 4 Constable's office said Lacy had died a day before a grand jury was set to start hearing evidence on his alleged involvement in the fatal crash. Lacy's lawyer stressed that the parish district attorney had not formally charged him yet. Quote, "Kyren was a young man with immense promise, and he was crushed under the weight of an irresponsible and prejudiced process," the lawyer said, end quote. Quote, "There was never a presumption of innocence, which is exemplified by the NFL pulling his draft card over mere accusations without affording him the slightest chance to defend himself. The pressure and the perception likely became unbearable," end quote. Lacy played in 12 games for the LSU Tigers last season and was second on the team in catches with 58 and second on the team in receiving yards with 866. Rest in peace, big dog. Man, that was a tough read. A lot of crazy stuff going on there. Seemed like this young man, Kyren, was 24 years old. Seemed like he was fighting a lot of demons. You know, like the lawyer said, when that came out about the case that he was facing earlier about weaving it out of traffic and then someone swerved and hit another car. I heard about that, and they were saying that he didn't touch anyone. He was recklessly driving. I'm not sure if you can hold someone accountable for homicide for that one. But like the lawyer said, though, was it just too much pressure? The draft stock falling, fussing with family members before that incident happened, firing the shot into the ground. Maybe he was just, maybe he just had a breakdown and he lost it. 24 years old. You're not quite a baby, but you're not super old, and you're not wise yet. You know, I just wonder what was going through that young man's mind to run from the cops and then get in an accident and then take his own life. That's tough. Now, I always used to tell my kids, and I tell my people that I meet, never try to fix a temporary problem, because all problems are temporary, right? You never try to fix a temporary problem with a permanent solution of unaliving yourself and taking yourself off the face of the earth. That doesn't really help. You know, you just created another problem. Pretty sure he got a mother, father, family, brothers, sisters, siblings, cousins, girlfriends, teammates, coaches, associates. I just named a lot of people, right? And all those people are going to be hurt by what he did, and they have to live forever with that hurt. And he's gone, and he doesn't have to deal with those issues that he had in the court system anymore. But you've created so many more problems for other people. As I've gotten older, I realized this young man at 24, if he went through what he had to go through, and let's take the max of horribleness that he would have had to do. Let's say he would have did 6 months to 2 years in jail, and he would have been fine. He would eventually got out. Let's say he did 4, he would be 28. You might still be able to hold on to your career, but one thing you would have is your life, and you can fall back on that college degree that you had. So remember, never try to solve a temporary problem with a permanent fix like that. It does suck. I want to say rest in peace to everyone that's involved. Kyren, the person that he got into the accident with on the first one. And, you know, it's tough. And police officers running up on that. I wonder if they backed off, you know, and didn't pursue him and chase him. What would have happened, where he would have went. Could they just got him on a later date? I don't know. It happens sometimes. They chase us. In some states, they back off the chase because they don't want to cause any more problems to citizens and people that's just walking about, right? So that's always a tough situation, but I wanted to share that with y'all. Remember, if you like the content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the video and the channel. Make sure you hit the notification button so we be all in your notifications when we drop our videos. Just want to say rest in peace, and I appreciate y'all for listening to this. It's a tough situation. Get in that comment section. Let me know what you could have done, what you would have done if you were him and what you were facing. Just get in that comment section, and rest in peace to my guy. On that note, I've been Sean Mack, and this is Death After Sports. Kyren, Lacy. Peace.